Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is going to dive into Donald John Trump's health. Diane wanted to know, she said it was time for an in-depth health reading. Actually, wait, I'm going to read her whole thing because it's pretty funny. You don't have to, but isn't it time before end of year maybe to do an in-depth health only read on T? Body parts, electrical system stuff. In a few days with the circus or in ... Okay, so also Norma wanted to know about, well, I'll have to use the Lenormand, I think, but I'm going to use the tarot first, and then I have a couple of Lenormand decks shuffled. 3 of them actually, because Norma wants to know if he's used cocaine, or maybe he still does. I'm going to add Adderall into that, because I can't remember that guy that I can't remember the comedian that used to work with him on The Apprentice, that has many videos out that talks about it has affected his ability to control his bowel movements and has to use Depends. So that's what Norma wants to know about. Okay, so, all right, Mr. Donald John Trump. Okay, so the health of his body, his health challenges, actual challenges. Wow. Okay, so wait, so that came like this, so that's reversed. So the 9 of Wands reversed. We have the 4 of Cups reversed for the his physical body. His emotional body, like lymphatic system, connective tissue, would be the next card. Interesting. Okay. And then his mental body, there would be the electrical system too. Ooh, something's not working. Well, I guess we knew that. We don't need the tarot for that, do we? His spiritual state. Let's see how he is spiritually. Oh, wow. Wow. I did not expect that. Okay, and then the last 2 cards up here, I want to know, for this card here, I'm assigning the use of drugs, alcohol, numbing agents, anything. What does he use? Oh, yeah, gotcha. Okay. And then the future of his health. Okay, so that's a Page of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, there's a little glare. Let me, here, I'll stick a chopstick under it. How's that? Well, that works. Okay. All right, so, or actually, if I move it over, maybe that'll help too. Yeah. Okay. This one seems to have a little glare too. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I'll just... Well, wait, actually, I'll just use a pen. I have a pen over here. There we go. Some reason, yeah, these cards have a little gloss on them. They're beautiful, though. I love them, but the gloss tends to create a little bit of a glare while I have all my wintertime lights on. Okay, so down here with the 4 of Cups representing, his actual physical body, well, it's better than, his normal apathetic, the way he normally, because he's with his psychopathy, or his sociopathy, whatever you want to call it, his malignant narcissism, that would be indicative of straight up which has to do with somebody who's, so apathetic they don't care about anyone else, and they don't even care what anybody's offering them. When it's reversed, I think he's not receiving, health advice from anyone. I think he's not taking his doctor's advice. Because, and on another level, health-wise, this has to do with, unresolved issues and, missed opportunities. Because he could have taken, the advice right here. He could have taken that offer to get his body in better shape. I mean, I guess it behooves him that at least he gets out and golfs, but he just runs around in a cart most of the time. I don't think he walks those 18 holes. And I hear he cheats with that as well. What an idiot. Anyway, I'm thinking with this, I think he's missed the opportunity to actually turn his health around, and I think he missed that opportunity a long time ago. I don't think he's ever been much into health. I think he's always eaten whatever he wants, and I've read many times that he likes to eat at fast food places because he doesn't have to worry about anybody messing with his food. So there's that. I'm sure he sends someone else for the food, but yeah. Whatever, whatever he's got going on in his brain, well, obviously it's not working well. Now, the health challenges that he has with the Nine of Wands reversed, this has you in a paranoid place. It has you feeling very alienated from other people. Very, very defensive. I mean, when it's straight up, there's some resilience, but reversed, it can literally be paranoia. So, and this goes with the fact that his mental health is not good. So, wow. Now, with his emotional body up here, with the Chariot being, for his lymphatic system, well, this card is ruled by Cancer, so this could be a lymphatic system card, really. I mean, truly. But it's a little too hot, it runs a little too heavy, I think. It goes too quickly, it goes too fast, is what I'm feeling. This is also, because it's ruled by Cancer, we're in that realm of stomach issues. So he's currently having stomach issues. Reversed or straight up, it wouldn't matter. He's having stomach issues. Now his mental body, nervous system, his coordination, electrical system, like Diane says. Yeah, definitely. With the Eight of Pentacles reversed, well, something's not working right. It's not good. This does suggest on a health level, because things aren't working right, this does rule, this card does rule digestion. It's traditional astrological association is the sun in Virgo, and that does have to do with assimilation. So again, here's another, an issue with digestion. But this would also be the diarrhea card. It could be constipation and ulcers as well. Which is interesting because this is more of a lymphatic and a connective tissue card. But digestion, I think we just have to go with digestion. because his nervous system is so screwed up, is what I'm thinking, is that his digestion isn't working well. And both of these cards are speaking to that. And he very well may have ulcers and diarrhea and digestion, issues, like I said. His spiritual state. Now, this is interesting. I mean, this is really interesting. This can also be the karma coming down on him, because that's how it works. Our higher selves, even though I know we can't see his, it's so shrouded with all his, crusty scar tissue over his light. He doesn't have, we can't see his light. Our higher selves always wants us to, is always trying to lead us, like back to our light. So with the Judgment card, I get the feeling that his karma is that, he's not honoring his call. So the judgment is going to be pretty harsh, is what I'm feeling. This card is ruled by Pluto and Scorpio. So this is like big, changes and transformation. There should be a rebirth, but it's not for him, because he hasn't done anything like that. Although I do appreciate the fact that just this morning, I'm reading this on, what is this, today is the 28th, December 28th, and he threw that monkey wrench into the whole COVID relief bill that was about to pass, and the stimulus, payments of $600, because he was saying, oh, I'm not going to sign it, everybody should get $2,000. Well, but meanwhile, people, now their unemployment checks are slower. I mean, they might even have to go like a week or, or a few days. They're probably going to miss the week, is what they've missed. So that's on him. That's the judgment that's on him. Onto people who were already struggling, have already been struggling, have already really been having a hard time. But at least this morning, he changed his mind and signed it. So there's that. So maybe there's a little bit of some judgment off of his soul. There's that possibility. But on a physical level, because this whole reading is health, this could be going back to the hospital. It's definitely a card of big, big changes, because we're talking Pluto and Scorpio. Scorpio rules the elimination system. It rules the colon. So there's that. And with Pluto there, that would be, like big changes. It's the death and rebirth card. Or, I'm sorry, death and rebirth planet. So, anyway, okay, so whether or not he uses drugs, like currently, is he using drugs currently? Well, with the Queen of Wands, I would say he's doing whatever he wants. And I would say that this could be a card of some type of like fiery, passionate stimulant to make you feel like you had more self-confidence. And that's what I'm getting. Yeah, it's like help, help that he would take on in order to have that, have that, just that self-confidence, that enthusiasm that he likes to have. So I think we'll just get more information when I use the Lenormand. Now his future health, like moving forward into the future, wow, gosh, with the Page of Pentacles reversed, it's not successful. This has to do with, an insecurity. It has to do with short-term memory, like problems with short-term memory. Wow. And maybe even the challenge of communicating clearly. Okay, so you know what? I feel I'm going to draw a couple more cards. I have room here. Actually, why not? Let's just draw a few more and see what's going on. Let's dive more into whether or not, maybe he's not using drugs anymore. Let's see. Let's see what the tarot has to offer. Yeah, he might be reevaluating whether or not like his system can handle it anymore. That's one way to get clean. Yeah, he's reevaluating his strength. Interesting. Reevaluating his strength and like clarity, like mental clarity. So, but on a health level with the Seven of Pentacles, this can be, like eating disorders. There's that possibility with the tarot. It can be eating disorders because, your food you're not assimilating well. And then that's especially true with up here with the I just keep really getting that he really is having stomach problems. Now he does have Saturn in Cancer natally, so that's very possible that could be what's going on. Yeah, right. Page of Cups reversed, of course. Yeah. So he's definitely having digestion problems. And then with the Strength card on that level, this would have to do with excessive, something that's just overblown and excessive. And then coupled with the Ace of Swords, I think it's because, he's trying to get to that place where he has, like his wits about him. But because of the excess here, this could be like an accident. These two cards together are excessive force. And this reminds me of that video I did a long time ago where I, sat in empath into his body. I mean, I made the intention to not go below the third chakra, of course, but I got the looping pattern in his head, the way he just like loops around, like it would come from his solar plexus and then like his will center and then jump up into his head, and impulsively he will just speak. So he likes being in that energy where he can say whatever he wants, and he likes having lots of energy and life force moving through him. He doesn't like feeling tired or down. But as an older man, his intestines are wearing out. That's what's going on. His intestinal tract will not allow that much force to go through it anymore. And so this brings us into, with the Page of Cups here, my goodness, much more sensitive. It's also, secrets and like, holding back from telling the truth. And but most of all, just really emotionally immature and then weighed down, manipulative. So what I'm feeling like is that he goes back and forth between this excessive energy. So yeah, I would say just based off the tarot, it looks like he does still use something, and I don't know if it's cocaine or Adderall or both, but that's how addicts are. They'll use anything they can get their hands on. Like whatever's there. And I've gotten before in the past that he definitely, that he drinks. So, yeah, and I've even had comments, you guys have commented before that bartenders in New York City, you know, Studio 54 and places he used to hang out, they spoke of him drinking champagne and beer a lot, that he liked the bubbles. Okay, so let's use the, I've shuffled this deck already, and I'm going to do the same thing. And let's get what we get with a Lenormand here. Okay, so his physical body, it's older. Yeah, and he has abused it. His health challenges at this time. Yeah. Right. So his health challenges are with his electrical system, with his nervous system, and he has, you know, just like a warring, battling type of energy going on with his brain. This is like the possibility of a stroke. That's the challenge, and he probably has had some strokes before. Remember when, after he got out of Walter Reed, you know, right after he had COVID, and he was up on that balcony, I could see in that photo, and you guys can Google it, you know, just go on Google Images and look at, you know, Google, you know, Trump on the balcony after COVID. You can see something on the right side of his head, about midway up above his ear, where his hair didn't like cover it up. There's some type of like an implant or a thing that would create some kind of electrical stimulus or stimulation on the side of his head. And of course, you know, we've listened to him go through his, what was it, cameraman, person, whatever, you know, go through his, what was the test? The test would have been for dementia or Alzheimer's. And so, of course, he's had those tests before, because otherwise no one would even talk about that. So he's been tested. I'm sure Walter Reed has had him do those tests. So Alzheimer's is what I'm thinking, and probably, because this is an Alzheimer's card right here, the lilies, and this is the whip. It's like repetitive. So his physical body is definitely aging. This is the card of aging. And he's been, you know, beating it up. He tries to pretend he's still young and does what he wants, but I think his body is rebelling against him, and that's what this big conflict is. And sudden things are happening. So this definitely could be like, you know, diarrhea, things like that, because that's a real challenge. Something moving through you really quick, and your body not accepting it. So you've got this conflict. And that could be when he still tries to use, you know, still tries to snort Adderall or cocaine. And you can also look at his video, on Google Images. You can look at the side of his nose. It's on his right side. He's got a swelling over there, like under his eye. You can see. And remember all that snuffing he used to do, all that sniffing. Remember with the debate with Hillary. I mean, it was unbelievable. People did like music videos based off of that, audio tracks of what he was doing, because it was so crazy. So, okay, so now let me dive into what's going on with his emotional body. Well, he's feeling safe. He's feeling emotionally safe, but he's very fickle. Selfish, easily distracted, and that's at home. So it's just like self-centered, likes to be flattered, of course, and then, you know, just like on a Lenormand level, with one of the key meanings with this card, besides being like selfish and fickle, has to do with being impatient, and greedy. So emotionally, this is the card when it comes to, well, this is the card that rules the body. This is all about the body, but it's the foundation. So this is telling me emotionally, the foundation, his emotional foundation is that he's just very greedy and selfish. Not that cats are that way, but that's the meaning of this card. Yeah. And because this is the position of the, lymphatic system, connective tissue, mucosa, Kitty reminded me once that cats get COVID. I'll never forget her telling me that. So I don't know, if he'll get COVID again, because people certainly do. Okay, so his mental body. Yeah, he's very immature. He's like a child. He's never grown up. And he just wants the attention and the recognition. Yeah. Okay, now spiritual state, karmic pattern that's going on. This is the bear is a card of the bully. And someone who always wants to be in charge of, like, moving forward, bullying news people as well, bullying the free press. Yes, this card's all about news. This could also be he takes his orders from Putin. This could be Putin's card, and he does what Putin says, because he always has. He's gone by, Putin's playbook. Okay, so over here, drugs or not? Well, that's a card of danger. The scythe is danger, and here we have the card of illness. I mean, this is like the sickbed card. So I would say yes, he has used drugs in the past to a dangerous degree, and it has caused the illness that he's in at this current time in his life. Okay, so future. Let's look at his future health. Well, it's changing. With the moon there, it's changing. It could be improving, though, because I get the feeling, well, let's keep going. Yeah, that's a card of recovery. He's definitely, yeah, and then the pig card. So you have to remember, he has the best of care, and he will. That's the thing, But, so in the future, his health it'll be changing, but it will be improving, and this is a card of recovery because, he has all the prosperity he needs to make good decisions, or to get the support he needs. But with this here, these two cards tell me that he has done some really dangerous things in the past, and also that his stomach, his stomach isn't allowing it. His stomach isn't allowing the drug use anymore, is what I think. So then, if he stops, of course he'll recover. He'll recover that way, but that's not going to help his brain. It's not going to help the way his brain works because he's still just very immature. Unless, because you have to remember we had the judgment card up here, unless he honors his call and decides to do some deeper work, but that's not him. That's not him. So I can't imagine that being the case. I would be shocked. And most malignant narcissists in general, psychopaths, they don't get help because they don't think they need it. Okay, so with this little deck, my question, where's my, hold on. Okay, first question, about his use of cocaine, and I'm adding Adderall to that. I believe he did in the past. Well, let's ask. Was there a lot of heavy, like cocaine, or was there enough, like cocaine and Adderall use in the past? That's a yes. I pulled out the, like I do, I always pull out the maybe cards, so I'm left here with just the yes and no cards. So yes, he did in the past, and even to a risky degree. So currently, is he still using cocaine or Adderall? Either one. That's a no. And this card also rules the colon, so he's backed off because he's having trouble. Yeah, and it's been too dangerous. Yeah. So he's cut it out of his diet or his daily use. So the dude is cleaning up is what I'm getting. Okay, and then this, whoops, this little deck I've already shuffled to ask has his ability to control his bowels gotten to the place where he has to use Depends? Yes or no on that? That's yes, and that's the card of flow. So there we go. Those are the answers. At least what I get. Okay, you guys. And then let's see. If you want to know which decks these are, I'll do that. If you don't want to know, then you can stop listening. But just so that you guys have everything you need in case you like these decks. This one, the tarot deck, is the Radiant Wise Spirit by Lo Scarabeo. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not sure. This little deck is the Under the Roses Lenormand. This is the Mondac, Mondachacht. I could only find it on Etsy. It comes from Germany, so it could take a couple of months to get through to you, but it's definitely worth waiting for. It's a beautiful deck. And there's an extended deck, too, that you can get with it if you want, which then you end up with like 60 cards. This one you can get anywhere, and it's fairly inexpensive. I think it's like $12 or $13. This little deck is fairly reasonable, too, and it's called Maybe Lenormand. Do I have... Wait, I have the box over here. Hold on. It's by Ryan Edward. Yeah. And it actually is a little more, it's 52 cards. It's more than just the 36, the traditional 36, because he's combined some gypsy cards in there, which you saw today. There were more than the normal cards. So, okay, well, that's it, you guys. If I'm not back before, which I think I will, I have a lot of viewer questions, but anyway, Happy New Year! Okay, take good care. Bye.